This is a Prestige 520. Now this is the flybridge version. They do also do this as an S version, which doesn't have the flybridge. It just has the flat top roof with a sliding panel in it. But this one is going to allow us to see what the flybridge looks like, which is very useful because of course the other version is pretty much the same apart from the flybridge. Now right at the back there are a couple of options here, because you can have this with a crew cabin in the back, or you can have it as this one has with a tender garage. Now if you have the high-low platform as this boat has, this all lowers down into the water, and very cleverly these panels over on this side, they slide into place as steps down into the water. That works really well. And then you can lift up this back section and that will take a tender directly into there. But as I say, the other option, if you wanted a crew cabin, you could have it. I suspect this is probably going to be more popular on this size because it's the sort of size where you wouldn't normally have a crew. Now I'm going to walk across here without standing on the wet bit. Look at that. And it's wet because we just lowered it to show you how that works, which hopefully you've just seen in the cutaway if my system is working. Up here in the cockpit, now what they do have here is this like a sunbathing area. However, there is a lift section here, so you can lift these up and that becomes backrests across here. So if you're sat around a table, of course, then you've got something to lean against. And this table itself, well, that also folds, so that if you just want a small table for your drinks, you can have it. If you're dining, you can have it as it is here, and maybe put a couple of director's chairs on the other side. And then finally in the cockpit on this side, under these bags, just a big storage area with more bags. There we go. Let's go and take a look inside, and we'll do as ever the full tour. Now this is the saloon area. She's a galley aft layout, which I think all Prestiges are now. And you can see that these doors open really wide, so it really connects these areas beautifully. I quite like this little island they put in the middle here as well. That's quite a nice feature. And then you've got, obviously the cooking is here. There's the fridge freezer. Over on this side, storage up above. And then your sink is underneath this one. Thusly. And then you get more storage. And then on the other side, again, you've got some small storage areas like this, and you'll notice some stairs there, which we will come to, of course, in a little while. But we're going to head forward first of all. Now this is a very comfortable saloon area, nice deep seats, and you've got these windows that dip all the way down as well. That works well. And the opening section, which I did out today, which is really warm. That's very nice, particularly because there's an opening door on that side, and again, more very comfortable seating around here. So very social area. And one neat thing is you can have, if you want, this specified, so it's electric. It drops down a little bit lower to the same height as this. The backrest moves the other way, and that extends the seating if you want it. But I have to say, actually, you have got a fair bit of seating here even without that. This table, well, that again unfolds, so if you're dining, you can make that twice the size, or have it closed up as it is at the moment for like a little coffee table type of thing. And then up here is the Helm. There's a big double seat. In fact, you'd almost fit 3 on there. This one has IPS engines. We'll have a look at those, of course, but that's why it has the controller here, which allows you, when you're docking the boat, to move that whichever way you want the boat to go, forward, to the side, twist it, and the boat will respond accordingly. It's also got a bow thruster. That's a bit belt and braces. You wouldn't normally use that with IPS, but it's there if you need it. And then we've got the twin screens, which will display charts, radar, and also engine instrumentation is now on here as well. And that little fellow there is the Autopilot. Let's head on down forward. Now down here we have the VIP guest cabin right at the front. Lovely size. Big skylights up above. That forward one opens. That's an opening hatch. It's got sunbathing cushions on at the minute, so we're not getting much light through there, but obviously without those there you would have. And talking of lighting, there's some really nice lighting solutions, like all this concealed lighting they've put around the headboard and up the sides. That's really good. And then you've got things like your wardrobe, and then on this side another one, and a bit more storage up above. And then back from here there is another cabin. You can specify infills for this one, so if you want to make that into double you can do. Loads of headroom in here, that's really good. And then you've got your window on that side, of course, and again big hanging locker and somebody's blazer. And on the other side of the passageway is the heads. This is quite cunning. They've put these doors so they fold completely away, but if you want to have your shower in there, you can just move these the other way, and then that one comes across as well, and you've got enclosed shower cubicles so everything stays dry. That is a nifty idea. And then of course your toilet and your sink. So that's the forward lower deck. Let's head on back and I'll show you what's down that second stairwell. So this takes us on down to the master cabin. There we go. That is a lovely size. For a 52-foot boat, that's excellent. Again, some nice lighting solutions about the place. You can see them concealed up in the pelmets, for example. You've got your AV equipment in here. There's a nice little seat so you can come and tuck yourself away. And then this down here opens to give you a really good storage area. So you've got shelves in the door, shelves here, and a hanging rail as well. So you can get everything completely out of the way. Very nice. More storage over there, of course. And as you'd expect, this has its own ensuite. That's in here. So shower storage just there. And then your sink and your loo. And as you'd expect, loads more storage in here as well. Little opening window with ventilation. And in fact, you've got the same things here. That's what those circular ones are for. You've got that, in fact, on both sides, so you can get a bit of airflow through here, which is nice. But that's a great cabin, isn't it? Let's go and have a look around the rest of the boat. So we're back up through here. I will collect my shoes. I'll wave at the Ancaster guys. Hello, Ancaster guys. Excellent. I've just been pointed out an Ips Station. Here we go. So that means that you can drive the boat from here. Particularly useful if you're stern to berthing, as we are at the minute, because you can stand here and control the whole boat. Your thruster is in here as well for your bow, and you can stand at the back and guide it in. Superb. Let's go and check out the flybridge. So this is what you don't get if you have the S version. You just have a flat roof up here, but it does have a big sliding panel in it, so that you have got the ability to open up the helm to the elements. This has got the bimini on top. Of course, this will fold away if you want it to, but very nice for my day out today. Big social area again around the back, nicely shaded. And this seat here will actually flop the other way, like that, jettisoning the pillows as it goes. Let's put that back. I'm ruining the display. There we go. I'll never know I was here. And of course, the helm is up here as well. This is a nice touch. Sunbathing with lift up section, so people can sit here, feet out ahead, chat to the helm, and a great view. And this is your upper helm station. Again, throttle controls, IPS joystick, bow thruster, and so on. But a really good view. Excellent. Let's go and take a turn around the decks. We didn't show you this. Let me show you this first. That is, of course, your wet bar and your barbecue and your grill, and there's a fridge up here as well, like so. People sometimes ask, why do they put a mirror on here? Well, I suppose it is a mirror, but what it's actually for is a heat shield, so that if you've turned that off, or indeed if you've forgotten to turn it off, and you close that down, it's not going to damage the GRP. These are stereo speakers, so you can have some music up here. And then this closes down, which is great. I've got kids, of course, running around up here. But it also means that if you've got the canopies around the back of the cockpit, this lower area becomes completely enclosed, which is very nice when the weather's not quite so clement. Let's go up this side. Underneath here, fuel filler and a drain. And then we'll head on forward about where they put these rails down under here, so they're out of the way, but they're easy to get to. And you'll see there's more fillers up here. This is for the water tank and holding tank. So That one allows you to pump out the black water tank. I'll let your imagination tell you what the black water tank is for. These I really like. So you've got sunbathing cushions. This is what I mentioned when we were in that forward cabin. You can take the centre ones out, and that's where the hatch is, underneath there. Or you can have it all in as it is at the minute, and you can lie them flat as the centre one is, or you can lift them up like this. These are lovely. Imagine being anchored in a nice bay. What a great system that is. Very comfy looking. Then your big windscreens, your pantograph wipers and so on, when the weather's not quite so good. Let's head on back down this side. This is this side access door, so that takes you straight back inside. That's nice. But we'll carry on back. Again, fuel filler under this side, twin tanks. Now, underneath the cockpit floor, that centre one actually is access to the front of the garage. If you want to get to the engines, then you will need this one. Yeah, here we go. Now we've got IPS engines in here. They're the IPS 650s, 480 horsepower each. They're giving the boat a touch over 30 knots, cruising in the mid-20s. You can see that tender garage comes down over them, but actually you can walk past in front of them and round. So there's a walkway across the front and you can get down between them. So actually they are pretty get-outable. Obviously, just a bit limited headroom just there. Generator is down here as well, and all the other systems are here. And these are the fuel tanks. So you've got one here and another one you can see just over on that side. Very good. Didn't mention range. Probably about 200 miles with these engines. That's at fast cruising speed, obviously. Drop it down to displacement speeds and it'll go a lot further. Excellent. Let's go back out of there. That little button there, incidentally, just in case you were wondering, that is for the power winch on the back. So if your stern tube burst in the med, you can pick up the bow line and then put your stern lines around that and pull yourself into the quay. Let's drop that back down. I think that's about it. Let's head down to the bathing platform. I do like how fast this teak dries. That's dried almost completely while being there. And that's about it. That is the Prestige 520F. Hope you've enjoyed that tour. As ever, if you're not subscribed, do hit the little button. We've got lots more of these coming, and we'll look forward to catching you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.